welcome to Red Empress Tarot. This is Patty. I'm an intuitive reader and a healer, and I am on the twin flame path myself. I am here to help you on your journey. Today I'll be doing a mirror message. That's kind of a he said, she said spread between the divine masculine and the divine feminine's head space, heart space, and possible actions. And we finished that up with some channeled messages and some charms. I would like you to take a moment to tap into your intuition. You really want to make sure that before you internalize any message that you hear in a collective reading, that you are really in tune with your own story and really making sure that anything that you take into yourself fits. That's really important. We talk a lot on, almost every reader says, take what resonates and leave the rest, but make sure that you're really in tune with yourself. Because that is important to do. I believe that if you've been guided here to this video, there's something in it for you. Sometimes it's just understanding what's going on in the collective because we are all part of this community. And sometimes it's really a specific message for you. It could be just one or two messages. It could be the whole thing resonates. Just be making sure that if you are getting that sinking or negative feeling, that you are not internalizing the message because it could be for someone else. However, let's get into the reading. If this one doesn't resonate, just click off, that's okay, or keep listening, that's okay too. It's really good to hone your instincts about what messages fit. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'm going to start with the Illuminated Tarot. And I've shuffled a bit, but I'm going to just shuffle just a little bit more. And we'll see what comes out. We're going to start with the Divine Masculine space. We're going to pull a card for head space, heart space, and possible actions. Too many. I did have this flip and this flip, so I'm just going to look at, I'm not going to take them, I just want to see what it is. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Okay. Sometimes they're significant when something flips. Sometimes I'm meant to take it, sometimes I'm not. Okay, so for the Divine Masculine, head space, we've got Two of Wands. Heart space, we've got Three of Swords. And we'll go into what the cards are meaning once everything's on the table. Possible actions. And, future actions I usually think within the next 30 days. But take it as it resonates. 30 days from when you're watching it, not from when I'm pulling it. Could be the same thing, but isn't always. Okay. Possible actions of the Divine Masculine in the next 30 days. I have this one flip and I feel like I want to take it. Page of Cups. Okay. So there's the DMs, headspace, heart space, and possible actions. Let's go to the Divine Feminine. What is the Divine Feminine's for the collective reading this video or watching this video? Headspace. Five of Wands. Got some conflict going on for the Divine Femme. Heart space of the Divine Femme. What is that? It's the heart space of a Divine Feminine. And remember, energies are always gender I can't even say it. Gender neutral. So feminine is feminine energy and masculine is masculine energy, regardless of gender. We all embody both. Though I think most of us swing mainly one way or the other in our energy. Okay. If you think of a yin and a yang sign, that's always kind of how I see the Divine Femme and the Divine Masculine, as the main either black or white, light or dark, which is feminine, or masculine. And the feminine is actually the dark, the masculine is actually the light. We also see that as the sun and the moon, the sun being the light, the moon being the dark. with that spot of the opposite energy in the middle. So we have that balance. I'm getting the lovers for heart space of the divine femme. And, wow, we're just flipping out all over the place. The emperor for the possible actions of the divine femme. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to get some clarifiers. This is the Illuminated Tarot, and I'm going to use the Under the Roses mini deck. Oracle deck for clarifiers on this. So let's pull clarifiers on the Two of the Wands for the Divine Masculine headspace. What is going to clarify the Two of Wands for us for Divine Masculine headspace? We've got the tree, okay. And then the dog flipped for the Divine Masculine heart space. And then the child and the whip for possible actions, clarifying the Page of Cups for the Divine Masculine possible actions in the next 30 days. And the Divine Feminine headspace, the Five of Wands. Let's clarify the Five of Wands for the Divine Femme headspace. I do have something flipped in this deck. Wow, that's too many cards. I'm going to take this one. The Grave. Oh, we've got conflict in the grave. Divine Feminine's headspace is interesting today. Okay. Clarify the Lovers for the Divine Feminine's heart space. Clarify the Lovers. The Clover. That's nice. Okay. And possible actions. Clarify the Emperor in the Divine Feminine's possible actions. What about this Emperor? The Emperor for me usually is the Divine Masculine card. So what are the actions toward the Divine Masculine? It looks like. Let's clarifying that. Clarifying the actions toward the Emperor. Or maybe she's in the Emperor energy, which is interesting. Okay. We can all be in any court card's energy. It doesn't have to be a masculine or feminine court card for us to be in that energy. We've got the Crossroads. Interesting. Okay. This is an interesting story. So let's go ahead and look at this. Get some water here. So for the Divine Masculine's headspace, I got the Two of Wands, which is all about a passionate choice. Bring that up a bit closer to be able to see it. This is, you can see this page-like person here. It really, the two is at the beginning of the journey. So it's really a page-ish kind of person, character. And we've got these two wands. We've got the stag in the background, which to me represents the divine. So that's spirit. So this choice is divinely guided. And you can see the stag is clearly on one side of the path. So we've got birds on the other side of the path here and lightning on this side. It's just kind of an interesting card. Clarifying that, we've got the tree, which is about growth, which is about health and roots. I feel like the Divine Masculine's headspace right now, he's making a choice clearly, and he wants to see where he can put down his roots. The Divine Masculine is actually looking to put down roots. He's looking for what's best for him, what's for his health. I think that in the past, he might have been in this passionate energy, you know, what sounds like the most fun, what calls to my sense of adventure. And I feel like now, oh, and you can see there's another stag on either side. There is actually a stag on either side of the path. I didn't ever see this one before. It was kind of hidden. But he could go either way. You know, neither way looks bad. But I think he's trying to decide, you know, which path do I take for my highest good. I think he's in that energy where he's finally grounded, putting down roots, wanting to put down roots and wanting to know what is going to be for my highest good. And that's a beautiful place for the Divine Masculine to be in his headspace. Let's look at his heart space. And I say his or her because it's easier for feminine or masculine, but it doesn't have to be that gender. Three of Swords is about heartbreak. The Divine Masculine is clearly feeling heartbroken. Something happened. It could be that he's thinking back in his headspace to a choice that he made that maybe wasn't for his highest good. It wasn't where he could put down his roots. And now he's feeling heartbroken. His heart is just really in this space of pain at the moment. He's really going through it. This is not an easy time for Divine Masculine. We got clarity with the dog. The dog is all about loyalty for me whenever I pull it. So it feels like, and God, the dog looks really sad here. It's got a rose in its teeth. I don't know if you can see that, but I feel like the Divine Masculine in the past is up in his head about this choice that he'd made, that maybe that wasn't the most loyal. But I feel this coming around. I feel like his heart space is now in like, look at, this is who I am now. All wands maybe is who I was before. But look at who I am now. Please, look past this choice that I made. Maybe it wasn't for the Divine Femme's best interest. Maybe it wasn't in her best interest. Maybe he didn't put the roots down that he felt like he wanted to. And is regretting that with this heartbreak. And wanting this loyalty, wanting to be loyal, wanting to have loyalty. It just feels like a lot of pain happening right now for the Divine Masculine. There's a lot of realization happening with this one. Possible actions in the next 30 days. Let's look at that. We've got the Page of Cups, which is about communication with an offer of love. Now, a page is not the king. It's not the emperor. It's a small offer. But I think sometimes you have to start small and build. And it looks like this is what this Divine Masculine is wanting to come out of this heartbreak. Come out of this feeling of disloyalty and be in the feeling of loyalty and be in the feeling of love. And then clarifying that, got the Child and the Whip, which look at, these are such opposite energies. We've got this innocent girl here catching butterflies. And then we've got this really powerful feminine character here. And I feel like these cards are kind of telling me that there's a balance happening here. A balance between innocence and power, which is a really, really good energy to be in as well. And when innocence and power are clarifying the Page of Cups with this offer, I feel like the Divine Masculine is really embracing the Divine Femme for all she is. It could be some inner child work being done here by the Divine Masculine, and coming in to their power, stepping into their power at the same time, which just indicates to me a lot of soul work has been done before this offer is going to be given. I feel like these things in clarity, the inner child work, stepping into the power, precede this offer of love. But I do think it's happening, and I do think it's coming. Let's look at Divine Femme. So the Divine Feminine's headspace is clearly conflict. 5 of Wands. This is, I'm not getting 5 people. I'm getting she has things coming at her from all angles in her life right now. Work, money, Divine Masculine, friends maybe, other partners, family. It just feels like all directions she's having to fight for herself. So I feel like her headspace is really challenging right now. We've got the Grave clarifying this, which feels like the Death card to me. So it's kind of like she's been in this conflict and she's tired and she wants to put an end to it. She wants to put a death to that conflict. That's what's happening in her headspace right now. And, you know, since we are talking about the Divine Femme and the Divine Masculine here, a lot of this conflict in her head has to do with the Divine Masculine. It has to do with a relationship. Maybe it has to do with this choice that was made in the past, this passionate choice in a different direction. Maybe it has to do with this heartbreak that the Divine Masculine is feeling. Maybe it has to do with disloyalty. And maybe putting an end to it has something to do with this inner child healing and stepping into power, because, you know, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, they mirror each other. So if he's doing this work, it's likely that she has done or is doing this work as well. Let's look at the Divine Feminine's heart space. It's the Lovers. For many readers, the Lovers is the Twin Flame card. You can see here we've got the masculine figure supporting the feminine figure. He's holding her up to the light. She is illuminated by the divine here. And he is her rock. He's her pillar in doing that. They are working as a couple in being illuminated, and the light is shining on her chest and directly down on his chest. So they are sharing that illumination, that the downloads, the ascension that happens for twin flames once they raise their vibration enough and they're ready to come into union, and they're ready to raise their vibration and, you know, go out and help other people on their journeys. That's what we do. And then we've got the Clover clarifying the Divine Feminine's heart space. So she is all in this connection. The Divine Femme is all in, and she is, beneath it all, feeling the support of the Divine Masculine in the 5D. These people are connected in the 5D. You know, the 3D is where we have the problems. With our twin flame, we're always connected in the 5D. And she's really feeling that connection. And then we've got the Clover. And the Clover for me is always all about the divine coming in and rewarding for having done the work. So to me, the Divine Feminine has done her work, is ascending, and the divine is coming in and saying, you have rewards coming because of it. It's basically a job well done. Good fortune is coming for you. And maybe some of that good fortune is this death to the conflict. I feel like these things go together for sure. And then the Divine Masculines, or excuse me, Divine Feminine's possible actions. We've got the Emperor. We've got that clarified by the Crossroads. So it really looks like the Divine Feminine is in her authority. She's in her power. I feel like this is her energy right now, which is an interesting energy to be in. But we do flip-flop back and forth. So I feel like the Divine Feminine has come into her authority, come into her power, stepped into her power, knows who she is, knows what she wants, what she will and won't accept. And because of that, she is at a crossroads in her life. She's got a couple of different directions she can go. I feel like she can go towards the Divine Masculine. Here, there's just one steady path off to the left. Or there's this forking path off to the right. She can go in a different direction right now. Divine Masculine, is still ascending. He's still got work to do. He's doing it though. But she's got to decide what she's going to do. You know, is she going to move ahead without him for now? And really, it's always a for now. With the twin flame connection, you don't sever that. That is a forever thing. You can live your life completely happy without your twin flame, and that happens. It happens all the time. But in the 5D, you are always connected. So there's always this continuation of that journey, of that connection. So I think the Divine Femme is at a crossroads, whether she's going to continue on, not waiting for, but in a place of holding space for the Divine Masculine and their connection, waiting for a 3D connection, or whether she's going to forge ahead in a different path. She does have these blessings coming in from the Divine, and that can be another soulmate. That can be a new job. That can be a new start in your family. It can be all sorts of different things. So I think she's having to decide right now which way she's going to go. That's what I'm seeing with that. Let's get some channeled messages. So the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Look at that. We're going to get a couple of messages. This message is for the viewer from their person, regardless of whether you're Divine Femme, Divine Masculine. So this is from your person. Remember, tapping into your intuition. I usually try and grab 2 of these. We'll see what come out. Sometimes it's just 1 or 3 that come out, but kind of shoot for 2. Okay. I hope that you can forgive me one day. This is what your person is saying to you. So they know they've made a mistake. They know they've done something wrong. And they really are heavy. Let me grab this. Heavy in their heart space. Feeling the pain and the heartbreak. Hoping that one day you can forgive. Let's see if another one will come out. Give it a couple more shuffles. Looks like we've got 2 more that want to come out. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So it may have looked like they just left, they ghosted, they picked up and walked off without a backwards glance, but it's not true. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Your person had to let go of you. There was something in their life that wasn't right. There was something in the connection wasn't right, and they were divinely guided to let you go. This was for your both of your highest good, whether it really felt like it at the time or even now or not. We have lessons we have to learn before we can be in union as twin flames. It's just part of that journey. So they want you to know how hard it was. It wasn't as easy as it looked. I wish I could take back my words. They may have said something that just wasn't what they really meant. Sometimes people use words as a way to push away. If they don't know what else will work, they'll think, you know, this person knows you, they love you, and they know what will affect you the most. And they may have just used whatever words would push you away, whether they were true or not. This is what I'm getting from this card. So just know that there were some words they said to you that they really did not mean. And they wish they could take them back. They know they can't. So now they have to find the way to make it right. Let's go to the messages of love oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. Let's see if we can get a couple of these. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so we've got apology. You can expect the apology that you want to hear. This person is coming to unburden their heart to you and to tell you how sorry they are for what happened. Whatever it happens, whatever resonates for you, you know what happened. You can expect the apology. It's going to happen in this lifetime. Integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? Make sure that you are not allowing someone back into your life with less than you know you deserve. Twin flame, soulmate, karmic, doesn't matter who you're dealing with. You need to find within yourself what suits your integrity, what fits with you. It could be that this person will come back with an apology, but it's not the time yet. It's not ready. Maybe it's just first step and they need to go do some more healing. You need to tap into your intuition and figure out, is this person ready? Have they done the healing? Have they done the work? Because if they haven't, you may accept the apology and say yes, but not yet. Or it may feel just right. Only you know for your situation. Okay, let's look at a shadow. Shadows are part of this journey. We all have shadow work to do. Every person on this planet has shadow work. It's just part of being human. It's one of the reasons we come here, is to work on shadows. If we didn't have them, we couldn't do any work. And that would defeat the purpose of being on this planet. So let's see what the shadow message is for this twin flame or group of twin flames. Drop those. Wow, okay. I wasn't intending to take two of these. It says, you can't come where I am going. What I'm getting from this card is not a permanent situation by any means. I feel like what this means is your person is doing their shadow work right now, and they cannot have you along for the ride for that shadow work. Twin flames cannot technically heal each other. We have to let our partner do the work on their own. They may seek out other people. They may seek out professionals. They may seek out readers, spiritualists, priests, whatever fits your situation to help you along your spiritual journey. And and oftentimes the divine femme is a bit further along on this spiritual journey than the divine masculine. And divine feminines really have that feeling like, I've done this lesson, let me help you. I've learned this already, I can help you so much. But the truth is, you can't. You really, you can be an example. You can show up in beautiful light. You can show your divine masculine what's possible, but the work, you cannot do the work for or with them. You cannot go where the divine masculine is going. If you're a divine femme and your divine masculine is in the runner and you're, in the chaser stage and you're in the runner stage, divine masculine, you cannot go where your divine feminine is going. She has to do her work on her own. So just remember that the reason for separation is very clear. It's to do the work. Okay? The other shadow message is, I hope I will see you sometime. See you again sometime. That's beautiful. It's just saying, I'm doing my work. And I hope at the end of my journey, my shadow journey, I can see you. I miss you. I hope you can forgive me. Okay. I am going to pull some messages from my own deck. These are just little channeled messages from your person. Wow, I've already got 2 popping out. I'm learning about spirituality. It could be that this person was not very spiritual before, and they're just learning about what that means for their twin flame journey, on their soul journey. So they're learning about spirituality. That's beautiful, because you really need to do that in order to raise your vibration. I'm having financial problems. This is something that comes up a lot in twin flame journeys. You know, often when we make a wrong choice, or not even a wrong choice, excuse me, often when we make a choice away from our divine partner, it has all kinds of ramifications. So we end up not thriving in a lot of ways when we're with, especially with a karmic partner, where we're really having to learn some karmic lessons. Sometimes we really suffer in tangible ways, like finances. And so this person may be having to set right financial issues from a karmic situation, or from another choice that they made. Let's see if we get any more. And you know, and that can be a journey to set your finances right after they've gone awry. Let's see, one more. I want to grow old with you. This person loves you. This person sees you as their future. This person sees you as your long term. So if you're wondering whether or not your counterpart sees you in their future, they certainly do. Let's see if we can get one more. I feel like I have a couple of decks here. I feel like I want to grab this one. Okay. I have several hundred of these messages, channeled messages. Eventually I'll put these in my own deck probably, but handwritten is fine for now. It gets the message across, and that's all that matters. One more, please, Spirit. One more channel message. Okay. I'm feeling financially drained. I'm having financial problems. Clearly an issue right now for your counterpart. You know, especially if this is a divine masculine, that is your counterpart. If you're a divine femme watching, divine masculines are really programmed in our society to believe that they need to be the provider, that they need financial security is their responsibility, and theirs alone sometimes. So feeling like they're not financially stable can be a really big issue in feeling self-love and self-worth for a divine masculine. So I know that, you know, divine feminines, if you're a twin flame divine feminine, I'm sure you do not feel like money is the most important thing to you. I know as a divine feminine, this is one of the least important things to me. I just want the love of my divine masculine, but you have to put yourself in their shoes. And if, you know, something like finances that they've been programmed to believe is so connected to their self-worth is suffering right now, you can see how it might be very difficult for them to come to you. So this is part of their journey. It's part of their shadow work, for them to come to the place where A, they probably feel a little more financially stable, but B, they understand fully that money, tangible things, finances, really aren't determining factors in self-worth, but it's part of the journey. Let's go ahead and grab some charms. Put these cards away. I got my little charm board here. Just set it on top. Okay. So I've also got a few hundred charms here. And I don't look, I just kind of pull out from the bottom. So we've got the lion, which is strength. In the tarot, generally the strength card will depict a girl forcing a lion's mouth open, which I always think is funny. Because it feels like, to me, it's the divine feminine trying to get the divine masculine to talk. And we've got the lobster. And I always view that as something pinchy. Like, ow. Something painful. And we've got the scarecrow. Okay. Now I'm going to pull them all and we'll talk together. I like to kind of group them. We've got the book. We've got Gemini, and Gemini is intelligence. And we've got the spider web, that's interesting. And we've got the dove of peace. And then we've got the mending needle, sewing needle. Got the barbell. Let's get one more. And got the flamingo. Okay. So let me kind of look at these for a second. Okay. So we had the lion come out. There's pain happening here. We've got this lobster with all of these pinchers, these big pinchers at the top here. And I feel like divine, I always look at the lion as divine masculine. I feel like the divine masculine is in pain. There's just, and we saw that in the cards, that heartbreak in the heart space. So I feel like there's just, you know, he's trying to be strong. He's trying to power through it, but it hurts. And then we've got the book here, which it feels like a journal to me, actually, more than just a book. And it feels like reviewing the past. It feels like looking back in your diary, you know, looking back on the past events in your life, not a physical diary, but reviewing past events. What have I done wrong? What have I done right? Where have I maybe taken a wrong turn? Just a period of reflection. And it's almost like a hermit energy here with this diary. And we got the dumbbell, which always means to me putting in work. It means it's time to put in some work. It's time to do some mending. You know, if you're realizing that your heart space is with your counterpart and, you know, there's pain happening, the only way to alleviate that is to put in the work and mend the situation. And when we're talking about twin flames, we can always do that. Understand that your twin flame is never going to be physically abusive. If you are in a relationship that's physically abusive, run far, fast, and stay there. That is not a twin flame relationship. Or incredibly verbally abusive. If someone is truly abusive, not just lashing out of pain, frustration, but truly abusive, that is not a twin flame. Run far, fast, and stay there. If you really are in a twin flame situation, I feel like it's time that your counterpart is looking at putting in the work and healing, mending. I feel like there's been this period of stagnation with the spider web and the scarecrow here. The scarecrow is here in his field with a bunch of crows just sitting on him. He's not doing his job. He's not scary. He's just stuck in the field. And we got the spider web, which is again stuck. These two. Spider web doesn't always say stuck to me, but here with this combination it does. But I feel like upcoming Divine Masculine is tapping into his intelligence. He's an intelligent person altogether anyway. But I think that he's working through some of the hard issues so he can use his head more to figure out how to bring about the peace that he desires with this Dove of Peace. Okay. And the flamingo to me is all about balance. I feel like he is coming into his balance. He is in a good headspace. He's coming into a good headspace and he's wanting peace. That's what I'm getting. So this has been your reading. I hope it's been helpful. We'll be back next week with another Mirror Messages reading. I hope to get them out every Monday. This one was actually supposed to come out last Monday, and I got a reading all together. I had technical issues downloading it over and over again. It wouldn't download. And the night that I finished it, we got evacuated due to one of the fires in Oregon happening right now, and I was gone in a hotel for days, and just back today to being able to get back to my readings. So that one never even went up. There was a reason it was not supposed to go up. So this is actually the first mirror message coming from Red Empress Tarot. And we will be back every Monday to keep going on this path. Thank you and take care. Love and light.